For Algebra 2, our topic is graph square root function today. We have one problem here. It says graph the function y equals square root x plus 1. Alright, let me remember you some clue for working these kind of problems. For instance, graph of square root function has the endpoint like half of parabola. This is a graph of y equals square root x. So something like this. So you draw the graph. So this is y, this is x. We have 8 here, 1, 2, 3. So 3 right there. Then the graph looks like this. For this problem here is something like this. These 2 points right here, and then the graph's running like in this way. All right, let's look like that. Our topic. So let's try to solve our problem. All right. First, it says the graph here y equals square root x of x plus 1 start by finding the endpoint. So we have to find the endpoint. Since the square here is the square root of negative number, it's not a real number. The function is defined only when value under the square root is not negative. All right, it's not negative. So and our problem there here, we will have in this case x plus 1 greater or equals than 0. This is the words that I really wrote right here. This means this here. So if you move the 1 to the other side, you will have x greater or equals than negative 1. All right. So the function is only defined for x greater or equals than negative 1. All right. So it's this is our first part of the problem. Let me erase this part and then to continue trying to find the answer. So here, the next step. So the graph this graph has an endpoint. All right. Remember the number that we got it, x minus equals -1, x -1. So now find the y value of the endpoint. Okay, of the endpoint by plugging in this number. We have right here is x equals -1. All right, x -1. So next step, y equals this one, square root of x plus 1. You see, square root plus 1. So now substitute here x, y square root of -1. This is the value of x plus 1. So y will be equals square root 0. So the y value is equal 0. All right. So this is the graph has here. The graph has an endpoint at which number? Right now it's a negative. Remember, -1 and 0. So this is the point. -1 and 0. Right? Keep in your mind this number. Let's go and then continue the next step or our problem. All right, our next step. So next. Find another point. Find another point on the graph. Right? So here evaluated the function at x value that in this case correspond this to the integer value y value. So that will be where x plus 1 is perfect square. So it's perfect square root. We're talking about the root. So the good choice is x equals 0. Let me use another color here. X equals 0 because 0 plus 1 equals 1. Remember, our conclude 0 plus 1 is equal to, we conclude on this point. So now here we will have y again. Y equals square root x plus 1. So substitute here is y equals, so now 0, give it 0 plus 1. So y is equals to square root number 1, and then y is equals 1, right? Y is equals 1. So another point of the graph is, what is another point? 0 0 and 1, right? 0x and then y here, so 0, 0 and 1. This is the other point. So if you make the graph like this, let me write the graph right here. So y graphs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So let's write the points here. The first point that what we got it, remember, was negative 1, 0, right? Remember? So this point was a negative 1, 0. This is our first point. The second one is 0, 1. 0, 1 is right here, is 0, 1. This is the other point. So one point was negative 1, 0, and then the second one which got it here is 0, 1. So our graph, we will running like this. This is our graph. All right, here and then the graph, the square root function. This is the graph.